When I state your name, if you would be so kind as to say present. Monica Ongle. Present. Lisa Baker. Present. Scott Everly.
Present.
Carolee Finn. Present. Aaron Flagg.
Present.
Joan Hornig.
Present.
Eric Latsky.
Present.
James Lemons.
Present.
Andrea Louie.
Present.
Catherine Nichols.
Present.
Adriana Kajami.
Present.
Great. Catherine, we now have a quorum and we may proceed whenever you are ready.
Thanks, Abby. Good afternoon and welcome to the New York State Council on the Arts, November 9th, 2022 meeting. I'm Catherine Nichols, the chair of the New York State Council on the Arts. As we have a quorum of council members present, I hereby call this meeting to order. To remind all in attendance, this is a public meeting that is being recorded. A recording and transcript of the meeting will be made available on the NYSCA website. Yesterday, New Yorkers delivered historic election results in returning Governor Kathy Hochul to office. This marks the first time a woman was elected governor since the office was established 245 years ago. Governor Hochul believes in the power of the arts and what our sector contributes to the health of New Yorkers and the vitality of our communities. She has delivered historic capital funding of $150 million for fiscal 2023, the results of which will have an economic and organizational impact that will make a difference for decades to come. New York's arts and culture sector plays a powerful role in our state's economy, attracting visitors from across the globe. We are a driver of the tourism economy and fuel sectors such as hospitality, transit, and main streets across our state. Congratulations to Governor Hochul. We are grateful for your leadership. It's a significant day for the arts and culture. At today's meeting, Council will review and vote on the fiscal year 2023 support for organizations, support for artists, special opportunities, and statewide community re-grant partner contract migration grant recommendations, totaling $45 million in grant making for all 10 regions of our state. Council will also review and ratify 7 grants that were approved on an advisory basis due to conflicts at our last council meeting on October 13th, 2022. These grants include 2 statewide community re-grant partner grants and 5 regrowth and capacity enhancement grants. The materials for today's meeting were sent to Council on November 2nd. The application portal for the opportunities we are reviewing today opened on May 9th, 2022 and closed on July 12th at 4 p.m. Between August 23rd and October 20th, NYSCA staff conducted 18 peer review panels and welcomed over 130 panelists from all 10 regions of the state. I would like to take this moment to thank council members who were able to attend 1 or more panel sessions and applaud the incredible cohort of fiscal year 2023 peer review panelists for their time, insights, and commitment to this most important part of our grant making process. On behalf of council, I would also like to thank NYSCA's Executive Director, Mara Manis, Deputy Director of Programs, Megan White, Director of Operations and General Counsel, Abigail Young, and the NYSCA staff, all of you, for leadership in conducting our panels and providing another year of phenomenal guidance for our applicants. Your professional stewardship of the fiscal year 2023 process is what gives us confidence in our role as council in reviewing your recommendations today. So thank you to our staff. A reminder that in-person attendance is material to conduct the business of this council and ensure the complete distribution of this vital funding across our state. We greatly appreciate your attendance at our next meeting, which will be March 15th, 2023. Please inform us as soon as possible of any conflicts we may have so that we may plan appropriately. And once again, thank you to so many of you who traveled long distances to be with us today. We would also like to acknowledge New York State's artists and arts organizations who, in the face of innumerable challenges, have continued to create and ensure that the arts and culture are present in every corner of our state. We remain inspired by your dedication, perseverance, and ingenuity. Council members, New Yorkers, and our visitors are thrilled to be back enjoying in-person experiences all over the state. We highly encourage everyone to visit the NYSCA website and our grantee events calendar to remain up to date on the exciting experiences happening across New York. And now I am pleased to turn this meeting over to Mara Manis, Executive Director of NYSCA, who will share some exciting agency updates.
Thank you, Catherine. I want to echo your sentiments and offer a huge congratulations to Governor Hochul and her team on this historic occasion for our state. Our sector is so grateful for Governor Hochul's sound understanding of the critical role that arts play in our state throughout her many years of service to New York State. From day one of assuming office in August 2021, Governor Hochul and her administration have been vocal advocates for the arts, manifesting in both the historic FY23 appropriation and her recent capital commitment of $100 million. We look forward to our ongoing engagement with Governor Hochul and her team to advance the arts and culture sector during this vital time of recovery and revitalization. Capital project opportunities. I am pleased to share with Council that our FY23 capital project funding opportunity is well underway. NYSCA is immensely grateful for the opportunity to fund small, mid-sized, and large capital projects through our 23 appropriation of $50 million, as well as our latest $100 million in multi-year capital commitment this past September. This unprecedented level of capital funding will impact New York and our visitors for decades to come, and it also recognizes that the arts are a critical driver of the health of our people and our economy. As we continue our multi-year recovery, capital projects remain a key priority for the state. NYSCA is keenly aware of the ongoing needs of cultural organizations across New York, especially as organizations continue to work to meet the evolving health and accessibility protocols. Previous rounds of capital funding have eliminated the incredible demand from the arts and culture sector for capital resources for organizations of all sizes. Capital investments affirm the pivotal role arts and culture play in our state's economic prosperity, drive employment, and have a wide ripple effect across Main Street stores, restaurants, and hotels across our state. These projects create opportunity for sustainable growth and ensure the longevity of our vital cultural sector anchors across the state for New Yorkers and all of our visitors. NYSCA has awarded $50 million in capital funding to date. We've awarded $50 million in capital funding through 202 grants to 198 organizations between FY18 and FY22. And to date, 40 projects have been completed, and these include Playwrights Horizons in New York City, their elevator modernization project, which made critical improvements to the only elevator that serves artists, staff, and over 30,000 audience members annually. I know it's been the Playwrights, but their space is incredible. I've also heard of them. At Hubbard Hall in the Capital Region, the installation of an ADA compliant restrooms as part of the restoration renovation ensures the continuation of high quality arts and educational opportunities to over 8,000 participants and 200 artists each year. And we also made a grant to the Roycroft Corporation in Western New York for the restoration of the historic Copper Shop, still running together, a designated national historic landmark that is visited by 250,000 people annually. We are so proud to offer this vital funding in 2023. And as everyone knows, our capital opportunity launched on September 30th, and our application portal will close on January 12th at 4 p.m. The capital recommendations will be reviewed at our March 2023 meeting. On October 19th, Katie Steger, Capital Projects Director, and I hosted a live capital opportunity webinar. Welcomed over 600 attendees from all 10 regions of our state. Katie is continuing to host virtual office hours every week through January to provide high-touch support for our applicants. To date, our virtual information sessions and office hours for our 23 applications have drawn 3,700 attendees and viewers from across the state. Huge round of applause to all of our staff members who hosted webinars, as well as our pre-recorded technical webinars, our live webinars, and our pre-recorded webinars, to Abby Adler and to Sana Coulter for producing and managing all of our virtual offerings. I think that deserves it. Surveys. So in an effort to ensure that our process and opportunities are meeting the evolving needs of our field, NYSCA will be continuing our surveying of our 2023 panelists and applicants in December. We look forward to sharing that information with you at the March 23 meeting. As we discussed before, this will be our last council meeting in our current space. NYSCA will be moving to new offices or what is the afternoon next year. We're moving out of this space next week. See all the boxes on November 16th, and we have a temporary sublet at 250 Broadway, which is right next to City Hall, until our new permanent space is ready. We do look forward to welcoming you into our new base, hopefully by our March 2023 meeting. And that's my report.
Thank you so much, Mara. Our next agenda item is to review the fiscal year 2023 grants that were approved on an advisory basis at the October 13th, 2022 council meeting. Megan White, NYSCA's Deputy Director of Programs, will now review these grants.
Thank you, Kathleen. At the council meeting on October 13th, 2022, 3 partnership grants and 10 regrowth and capacity enhancement grants were approved on an advisory basis to be ratified at today's meetings due to council member conflicts. As reported at the October 13th meeting, the council conflicts for those grants are as follows. In SER partnerships, Lake Placid Association of Music, Drama, and Art, James Lemons, Poets and Writers, Andrea Louie. In regrowth and capacity enhancement, Albany Symphony Orchestra Incorporated, David Allen Miller, Bellevue Literary Press Incorporated, Andrea Louie. Birchfield Penny Art Center, Monica Ango. Lake Placid Association of Music, Drama, and Art, James Lemons. The Little Orchestra Society, Orpheum Incorporated, David Allen Miller.
Thank you, Megan. Are there any questions or comments from council at this time? Okay, we will vote to ratify these approvals following our review of all fiscal 23 grant recommendations. So at this time, NYSCA has determined that council has a basis to enter into executive session to review the NYSCA fiscal year 2023 support for organizations, support for artists, special opportunities, and SCR contract migration grant recommendation. Section 105, 1F of the Open Meetings Law permits a public body to enter into executive session to discuss the financial, credit, or employment history of a particular person or corporation. We will return to public meeting at the conclusion of the presentation by NYSCA staff at approximately 4 p.m. To our council members present in the room, please raise your hand now to approve entry into executive session. I will ask Abby to confirm the hands. Okay, confirming the motion is approved.
Catherine, I'm confirming that the recording of the public portion of this meeting has resumed and that you may proceed.
Thank you, Abby. Welcome back to the public portion, the council meeting for the New York State Council on the Arts. I'm Catherine Nicholas, Chair of the New York State Council on the Arts. Thank you for joining us. And to remind all in attendance, this is a public meeting that is being recorded. At this time, I would like to ask council for a motion to ratify the 13 grants that were approved on an advisory basis on October 13th, 2022 at our NYSCA council meeting. Is there a motion? Aaron, thank you. Scott, second. All those in favor of ratifying 13 fiscal 2023 grant recommendations, please raise your hand and say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Abstentions? Thank you. The motion carries. At this time, I would like to ask council for a motion for a joint vote on the fiscal 2023 support for organizations, support for artists, special opportunities, and SCR contract migration grant recommendations. Is there a motion? Joan, and a second. Janet. All those in favor? Oh, I apologize. At this time, I would like to turn to Deputy Director of Programs, Megan White. If there are any recusals to report, those with a conflict will be deemed recused on their vote for the applicable application.
Thank you, Catherine. I have the following conflicts to report for the record. In the support for organizations opportunity, American Symphony Orchestra League, Aaron Flagg, Asia Society, Manas Mounian, Buffalo Fine Arts Academy, Monica Angle, Birchville Penny Arts Center, Monica Angle, Carnegie Hall Corporation, Manas Mounian, Cornell University, Lisa Baker, Fashion Institute of Technology Foundation, Joan Hornet, Lake Placid Association of Music, Drama, and Art, James Lemons, Poets and Writers Incorporated, Andrea Louie, Solomon R. Guggenheim Foundation, Lisa Baker, the Governor's Island Corporation, Carolee Fink, the Jewish Museum, Manas Mounian, Buffalo Fine Arts Academy, Monica Angle, Birchville Penny Arts Center, in support for artists, Buffalo Fine Arts Academy, Monica Angle, Birchville Penny Arts Center, Monica Angle, support for special opportunities, Lake Placid Association of Music, Drama, and Art, James Lemons, and in support for organizations, the People's Theater Project, Carolee Fink. Are there any other conflicts to note for the record?
Thank you, Megan. Let's proceed to the vote. Council members, all those in favor of approving the fiscal year 23 support for organizations, support for artists, special opportunities, and SCR contract migration grant recommendations, please raise your hand and say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Thank you. The motion carries. Okay. Thank you, NYSCA panelists, our staff, leadership, and council for your ongoing service and commitment to our state. Today, in doing our civic duty, we have approved over $45 million in vital funding for arts and culture organizations across our state, ensuring that all New Yorkers and visitors continue to experience and benefit from our dynamic and world-renowned sector. Over the coming weeks, NYSCA will be hosting virtual office hour sessions to assist applicants with preparation for capital opportunities. NYSCA's dedicated staff will answer questions to prepare applicants for submissions due by January 12th, 2023. We New Yorkers are incredibly blessed to have a thriving arts and culture ecosystem with vast opportunities to experience exceptional, meaningful, and inspiring work, some of which we saw this afternoon. The sector attracts millions of visitors from across New York, the United States, and around the globe. Our museums, cultural centers, workshops, and performance venues have capably adapted to mitigate health risks, allowing us to safely experience their offerings, at the same time as growing audience with new and innovative virtual offerings that have expanded reach globally. On behalf of Council, we are deeply grateful to the artists and arts and culture organizations who continue to produce work that inspires us. We look forward to experiencing your work in the weeks and months to come. Again, we celebrate Governor Hochul's historic win. We wish her and her team success in the years to come. To all other candidates who were successful last evening, we congratulate you and thank you for your service to our state. The best is yet to come. As this is our last council meeting of 2023, I wish everyone good health and a peaceful and happy new year.
Before we conclude, one more piece of housekeeping.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, great. To just let you know that we're going to be holding panels for our capital applications in February, and we will be providing that information ahead of time in case you want to join in.
At this time, I ask for a motion to adjourn the meeting of the NYSCA Council. Is there a motion? Aaron, thank you. And a second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed, abstention. Thank you. The meeting of the NYSCA Council is now adjourned. Safe travels to those of you.